Hi, welcome back to Bookish Brits. I'm Caroline and today I want to talk to you about 6 degrees of separation. Now 6 degrees of separation is a theory that everyone and everything in the world can be linked together by 6 or fewer steps. So I could be linked to the Queen of England by 6 or fewer steps. So my friend of a friend knows a friend who knows someone who's related to someone. That's the basic premise. Today's video is actually inspired by a meme that I read originally over on Jim's blog, a meme that was created by Annabel Smith and Emma J. Chapman, and I will post the links to their blogs and also the rules of the feature down below. Today we're going to use the 6 degrees of separation theory to link 6 otherwise non-linkable books. Well, that's probably not strictly true. I mean, they're all books that come off my bookshelf and they're all books that I'm interested in, so they probably have links. The first book that I'm going to share with you is Winterkill by Kate A. Borman, and the reason I've picked this book is it's the last book that I read. So, Winterkill is a kind of post-apocalyptic, possibly dystopian book. It's about a girl called Emmeline who lives in this very enclosed society that lives off the land, very kind of basic lifestyle, and they gather and they hunt and they grow, but there are some hints there that it hasn't always been that way. The rules of the society are very restrictive about how people are allowed to behave, about expectations on men and women, and Emmeline is what they would call a wayward, in that she thinks for herself, she thinks outside the box, she is very curious about the world around her, and on top of this she also lives with the stigma of having a grandmother who was wayward and punished for it, and also having a disability, which is seen by her society as being an outward representation of this stain on the family. So, really interesting dystopian book, and it's the first in a new series, so I shall definitely be checking out the next one. This book is published by Faber and Faber, and it came in the same package as another Faber and Faber book, Squishy McFluff. I haven't actually got the book here to show you because my daughter has grown very attached to it and has put it somewhere safe, and now she can't find it. But basically it's the second book in the Squishy McFluff series, and if you haven't had the opportunity to investigate Squishy yet, I recommend it wholeheartedly. Squishy McFluff, invisible imaginary cat of a young girl called Ava, and gets himself into all sorts of scrapes. It is a fantastic book. It's written in rhyme, it's very amusing, it's also divided up into sort of smaller sections and chapters, so it's perfect for evening bedtimes, and we absolutely love it in our house. Now, that book is connected to this one in that Squishy McFluff's owner is a young girl called Ava, and the main protagonist in this book, and also the title of the book, is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. This is an absolutely beautiful book. I've raved about it before in previous videos, so if you want to have a look back at that, you can. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a really beautiful family saga with a big sort of thread of magical realism, and the main character Ava is born with wings, but that is certainly not the only kind of thread of magical realism that runs through this story. So I definitely recommend checking this one out. Now, this one, as I said, has a thread of magical realism, and so too does this book, which is Landline by Rainbow Rowell. Now, I haven't actually read this one yet. This is on my to-be-are list, but I understand from talking to Faye that there's a bit of a magical realism theme running throughout, but otherwise it's quite a contemporary book, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I've actually only read one other Rainbow book, and that was Fangirl, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So now, this book came home with me in my suitcase from BEA along with this book. Oh, so beautiful. This is Heir of Fire, and it is the third book in the series by Sarah J Maas, and I am super excited to read this. The only reason I've held off reading this so far is because I had lots of books on my TBR. It's also quite a big chunky one, so I might save this one for when my children go back to school so I can give it my undivided attention. I'm very excited. I've loved all of these books so far in this series. It's a series that's just getting better and better, so I cannot wait to read this. Now, this book is due to be released in September, and my next book is also published in September, and it's also the third book in a series, but it's the third and final book in the Limborn legacy. So I don't have it here yet, but I do have book 1, Unspoken, and book 2, Untold, and I'm super excited to get my hands on the third book in the series, which is Unmade by Sarah Rees Brennan, and that is my final book. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to let me know in the comments below which books you would link, if any of these books are also on your TBR, and how you would link them to other books. Are you looking forward to the rest of the Limborn legacy? Are you a super excited Sarah J Maas fan who can't wait to get their hands on Heir of Fire? Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye!